Good evening. Welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki. This show is not family friendly. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, you will not find it here. So piss off. So I am your narrator on this here journey of the Old Testament. I am the charismatic, infallible enigma known as Nikki K the Great because I'm awesome. So, pack a bowl, grab some smokes, get comfy, get your reward for the night. Because you kept other people alive, and that's highly important, especially because Call of Duty is a thing, and people just constantly they can't be original. Everything's goddamn it. It's like, come up with something different. But they can't come up with nothing different because they're not creative. So, get your keep other people alive juice. Cheers. Yep. Oh, did you take your pills? Take your pills. And then, let's smoke it, drink it, read it. We are on Daniel chapter 10. We're almost done. This is called The Angelic Vision. I always feel like I'm NPR when I do that. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia. Cyrus. That is after. Or no, wasn't he before all the other kings, right? He was the one after Nebuchadnezzar. No. He maybe, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Cyrus was after Nebuchadnezzar. In between Nebuchadnezzar and Darius was Cyrus. Okay. Cyrus, the KOP, a revelation was given to Daniel, who had been named Belteshazzar. The revelation was certain, a great war. He understood this from the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, mourned 3 full weeks. I ate no savory food, took no meat or wine, did not anoint myself at all until the end of the 3 weeks. On the 24th day of January, I was on the bank of the great river, the Tigris. I have an eye doctor's appointment that day. They got to do that thing to my eye again, that made it hurt when we were reading Solomon. Go to my Songs of Solomon, and one of those Songs of Solomon, my eyes were so bad. I was reading it though. Anyway, that's gonna happen again on the 24th. I'm not looking forward to it. As I looked up, I saw a man dressed in linen with a belt of fine gold. His body was like chrysolite. His face shone like lightning. His eyes were like fiery torches. His arms and feet looked like burnished bronze. And the sound of his voice was like the roar of a multitude. Is he talking about Satan? Let's find out. I alone, Daniel, saw the vision, but great fear seized those who were with me. They fled and hid themselves, although they did not see the vision. So I was left alone to see this great vision. No strength remained in me. I turned the color of death and was powerless. When I heard the sound of his voice, I fell face forward, unconscious. Oh, Satan done fucked up Daniel, I mean. But then a hand touched me, raising me to my hands and knees. Daniel, beloved, he said unto me, understand the words which I am speaking to you. Stand up, for my mission now is you. When he said this to me, I stood up trembling. Do not fear, Daniel. From the very first day you made up your mind to acquire understanding and humble yourself before God, your prayer was heard. Because of it, I started out. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia stood in my way for 21 days until finally Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help, and I left him there with the prince of Persia. Okay. And hold on, I left him there with the prince and came to make you understand what shall happen to your people in the last days. For there is yet a vision concerning those days. While he was speaking, I fell forward and kept silent. Then something like a hand touched my lips. I opened my mouth and said to the one standing before me, my Lord. I was seized with pangs at the vision, and I was powerless. How can my Lord's servant speak with you, my Lord? For now, no strength or even breath is left in me. Hold on. And something. Hold on. While he was speaking, I fell forward and kept silent. I'm so confused about what's happening right now. Then something like a hand touched his lips. Well, was it a hand or something like a hand? Was it a foot? Never mind. Then something like a hand touched my lips. I opened my mouth and said to the one standing before me, my Lord, I was seized with pangs at the vision and I was powerless. How can my Lord's servant speak with you, my Lord? For now no strength or breath is left in me. So is this Daniel saying this? Okay, here it goes. And the one who looked like a man touched me again and strengthened me. He said, do not fear, beloved, peace. Take courage and be strong. When he spoke to me, I grew strong and said, speak, My lord, for you have strengthened me. Yeah, 'cause that's what he did. Do you know, he asked, why I have come to you? Soon I must fight the Prince of Persia again. When I leave, the Prince of Greece will come. Okay. But I shall tell you what is written in the book of truth. No one supports me against these except Michael, your prince. I'm Hopefully this makes sense in a little bit because I'm so he saw a vision of Satan and freaked the fuck out. And now there's a dude there. But he's talking about the Prince of Persia, Michael. But right here, isn't it? The king is Cyrus. Did he have a son named Michael? Or is it Michael the Archangel? And then he says that that's the only person that supports him going to see Daniel. So confused. So let's see. And in the first year of Darius the Mede, I stood to strengthen him and be his refuge. Okay. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay. So, this, uh, what would it be called? This title. The title is called The Hellenistic Age. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Now, I shall tell you the truth. 3 kings of Persia are yet to appear, and a fourth shall acquire the greatest riches of all. Strengthened by his riches, he shall stir up all kingdoms, 7, no, even that of Greece. But a powerful king shall appear and rule with great might, doing as he wills. No sooner shall he appear than his kingdom shall be broken and divided in 4 directions under heaven, but not among his descendants, or keeping with his mighty rule, for his kingdom shall be torn to pieces and belong to others. Dun dun dun. The king of the south shall grow strong, but one of his princes shall grow stronger still and govern a domain greater than his. After some years, they shall become allies. The daughter of the king of the south shall come to the king of the north to carry out the alliance, but she shall not retain power, and his offspring shall not survive. And she shall be given up together with those who brought her son, and her supporter in due time. A descendant of her line shall succeed to his place, and shall come against the army, enter the stronghold of the king of the north, attack and conquer him. Even their gods, with their molten images, their precious vessels of silver and gold, he shall carry away as spoils into Egypt. For years shall have nothing to do with the king of the north. Well, that's a bit of a slip, seeing as you don't say. See, the king of the south, right, after some years, they shall become allies. What is this? The king of south, the father and son, will become allies, but the daughter shall come to the king of the north, which I'm guessing is Egypt. So would that be Nefertiti or Cleopatra? Dun dun dun. But she shall not give power, but her son will, okay? And he will enter the stronghold of the north, attack and conquer them. Even their gods, everything will be carried away as spoils of war into Egypt. Who had the son, Tutankhamun? Was that Cleopatra? I don't know. But if they're talking about Egypt, there was a girl king of Egypt. It was Cleopatra. And I think she did have a son. Tutankhamun was her son. I think. Okay. Okay. So Egypt has nothing to do with the north. Then the north will invade the land of the south and return to his own country. But the sons shall be aroused and assemble a great armed host, which shall pass through like a flood, and again surge around the stronghold. The king of the south engaged. No. The king of the south, enraged, shall go out and fight against the king of the north, who shall field a great host. But the host shall be given into his hand. When the host is carried off in the pride, when the host is carried off in the pride of his heart, he shall bring down tens of thousands, but he shall not triumph. For the king of the north shall raise another army greater than before. After some years, he will attack with his large army and great resources. In those times, many shall resist the king of the south, and violent ones among your people shall rise up in fulfillment of vision, but they shall stumble. When the king of the north comes, he shall set up siege works and make When the king of the north comes, he shall set up siege works and take the fortified city by storm. The forces of the south shall not withstand him, and not even his picked troops shall have the strength to withstand. Dun, dun, dun. The invader shall do as he wills, with no one to withstand him. He shall stop in the glorious land, and it shall be in his power. He's got the power. No. He shall resolve to come with the entire strength of his kingdom. He shall make an alliance with him and give him a daughter in marriage in order to destroy him. But this shall not stand. Who is he talking about, though? Okay, in the south, so the north. So the south is going to give the north a daughter to try to destroy the man. Kind of like Saul did with David and Micah. Yeah, it turns out David destroyed her. He shall turn to the coastland and take many prisoners, but a commander shall put an end to his shameful conduct so that he cannot retaliate. He shall return and take prisoners, but a commander shall put an end to his shameful. So a commander's gonna kill the king. What king? What king, though? Oh, see, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck am I at? Oh my god. There it is. He shall turn to the strongholds of his own land, but shall stumble and fall and be found no more. Is he going to get drowned by the sand? Oh, how terrible of a death would that be? In his stead, one shall arise who will send a collector of tribute through the glorious kingdom, but he shall soon be destroyed, though not in conflict or in battle. There shall arise in his place a despicable person to whom the royal insignia shall not be given. He shall enter by stealth and seize the kingdom by fraud. Oh, is that Joe Biden? Yeah, that should be Joe Biden. Armed forces shall be completely overwhelmed by him and crushed, even the prince of the covenant. And making alliances, he shall treacherously rise to power with only few supporters. Oh, that's definitely Joe Biden. All his supporters are dead. By stealth, he shall enter prosperous provinces to do that which is in stealth. He shall enter prosperous provinces and do that which his fathers and grandfathers never did. Was that talk to gay people? Yeah, but Joe Biden, his father and grandfather probably never talked to black people. He shall distribute spoil, plunder, and riches among them, and devise plots against their strongholds. Yeah, it's Joe Biden, all of his evil Jewish friends. He shall rouse his strength and courage to meet the king of the south with a great army. Oh, so all this shit was about the king of the north? Okay. So he's going to meet the king of the south with a great army. Okay. The king of the south shall go into battle with a very large and strong army, but he shall not stand because of the plots devised against him. Even his table companions seek to destroy him. His army shall be overwhelmed. Many shall be struck down. The two kings, resolved on evil, shall sit at the table together and exchange lies, but they shall have no success because the appointed end is not yet. This sounds like a whole lot of schizophrenia. It feels like I just read through somebody's acid trip. I have no fucking idea what just happened. Okay. He shall turn back toward his land with great riches, his mind set against the holy covenant. He shall take action and return to his land. What? Oh my God. At the time appointed, he shall come again to the south, but this time it shall not be as before. Okay, so this is the story of the king of the north. He sounds a lot like Joe Biden. When ships of Kittim confront him, he shall lose heart and retreat. Then he shall rage against the holy covenant. He shall raise he shall rage against the holy covenant and take action. He shall again favor those who forsake the holy covenant. Okay, I don't. Armed forces shall rise at his command and refile the sanctuary stronghold, abolishing the daily sacrifice and setting up and setting up the desolating abomination. This deceit shall make some who were disloyal forsake the covenant. But those who remain loyal to their God shall take strong action. Those with insight among the people shall instruct the many, though for a time the sword, flames, exile, and plunder will cause them to stumble. When they stumble, they will be helped, but only a little. Many shall join them, but out of treachery, because they were born treacherous. Some of those with insight shall stumble. Okay. Some of those with insight shall stumble, so they may be tested, refined, and purified until the end time, which is still appointed to come. Did for once, maybe a second, we thought, maybe not. Nobody thought that. Daniel, nobody thought that. You could just say, yeah, it's still coming. The king shall do as he wills, exalting himself and making himself greater than any god. Is that Xerxes? No. We already read about Xerxes. Never mind. He shall utter dreadful blasphemies against the God of gods. He shall prosper only till the wrath is finished, for what is determined must take place. He shall have no regard for the gods of his ancestors, or for the one in whom women delight. For he shall have no regard for the gods of his ancestors, or for the one in whom women delight. So who is the most handsomest Greek god then? Ares. For no god shall he have regard, because he shall make himself greater than all. Oh, this is going to be an Asian or a Chinese god. No. North Korean or some kind of Asian guy. Because a lot of their leaders have a real problem with thinking they're God. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Instead, he shall give glory to the God of strongholds, a God unknown to his ancestors. He shall glorify with gold, silver, precious stones, and other treasures. Is that Aries? Ha. Very, very interesting. Ha ha. Wow. Okay. He shall act for those who fortify strongholds, a people of a foreign god, whom he has recognized. He shall greatly honor them. He shall make them rule over the many and distribute the land as reward. Oh, here we go. At the end time, the king of the south shall engage him in battle, but the king of the north shall overwhelm him with chariots and horsemen, a great fleet, passing through the lands like a flood. He shall enter the glorious land, and many shall fall, except Edom, Moab, the chief part of Ammon, which shall escape his power. Oh, yeah, these are the places God don't like. Well, why would they live, big guy? I thought you didn't like them. As a matter of fact, I am more than like 150% sure Edom here. Yeah, you hate Esau. So why would you? They're being spared. He shall extend his power all over the land. Not even Egypt shall escape. He shall control the riches of gold and silver, all the treasuries of Egypt, Egypt, Libya, Ethiopia, shall be in his entourage. When reports from the east and the north disturb him, he shall set out with great fury to destroy many, putting them under the ban. He shall pitch tents of his royal pavilion between the sea and the glorious holy mountain. It's a great song. But he shall come to his end with none to help him. Okay. That dream really did feel like walking through somebody's acid-riddled brain. Wow. Anyway, we're just going to end there. So, thank you for watching. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.